drunk were you last night?
I was ridiculously drunk. I drank because first off, I don't drink really anymore. It's been a long time since I really drank anything.
Yeah.
And bro was like, "Oh, you don't work tomorrow? Or you're my drinking buddy tonight." And I was like, "Fuck. All right, I guess we're doing this." And so a whole nother bottle of Jack. We killed the bottle of Jack, and then I went and got a whole nother bottle of Jack, and I shouldn't have did that, but it did. Yeah, I was really drunk.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Timone Show. I gave us a little opening story to just laugh at. Even it's totally unrelated. As you know from the title,
I didn't puke though.
This is the goddamn it Infinity War that I promised you last week. I know I promised you guys for weeks and weeks and weeks about a Black Panther review, and it never happened. But we are doing this Infinity War review.
No, there wasn't a Black Panther review, was there?
No, because Corey wanted to be a part of it, and he's all like, "I got some stuff for you." And then I'm like, "All right." And then I tried hitting him up every single day, and he never respond or whatever. So we just now got back from Infinity War. This is our first viewing. We're gonna see it again later this week, but we're gonna go do the review tonight anyways. Jeremy, what'd you think of it?
I think it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, this is coming from a guy who's very critical of everything. He doesn't like much stuff unless it's on a video game.
That's not necessarily true. I'm still mad I haven't seen Annihilation yet. I heard that movie's really good.
What, Mortal Kombat 2?
No. None of you important with that chick. No, but this really surprised me. I thought it was gonna go another way. I thought, it was gonna have the whole cliche at the end, we win type thing. I didn't think they were gonna do what they did, and fucking Thanos was gonna be able to. Are we doing spoilers?
Yeah, doing fucking spoilers.
Okay.
This is coming out a week from what? I don't know. This tonight. I just uploaded my Dragon Ball Verse One Piece episode. This is coming out the week after that. So, we're recording this, what? Yeah. What's the date today? The 29th, the 30th?
The 30th.
Yeah, this is coming out in 7 days. So, fucking the 6th.
Yep.
Everyone has seen it by then. If you haven't,
you need to.
Spoilers are gonna be in the title, so you probably won't click on it. Fucking, oh my god, the very beginning. We're going jumping there. All of Asgard is just totally fucking destroyed because Asgard's not a place, it's a people from Thor 3. So all of Asgard is just totally destroyed, dude. You can just see Thanos' ship just fucking tanking over this thing. It's like a fucking crocodile fucking just eating it, like, Rrr. And then they show all these dead Asgardians in their fucking, and then Loki's standing there just all like, yeah, fuck. You're like, oh man, Loki's gonna fucking try to weasel his way into this fucking dude's fucking pants or whatever, like he always does. So, yeah. And then you see Thor just like squirming around like a little bitch, and Thanos is like towering over him, just staring down like, you're fucking. It's like, oh my god, dude, this shit. If I cared more for Thor and Loki and that whole lore and stuff, I probably would have had chills. But I don't really care about Thor. Thor 3 made me care about Thor because, none of the comics growing up, none of that shit, didn't give a shit about Thor. I always thought he was cool, whatever, but that wasn't something I would, wouldn't be something I'd go to and pick up. Thor 3 fucking made Thor really endearing. And then just to see him withering, and we saw him how mighty he was, dude. We saw fucking...
man.
We see, for the first time, we see the mighty Thor. And he's fucking being mighty, and he's kicking ass, and
he's taking ass and kicking.
So then when you see him just squirming around and just being dragged around by Thanos, so you're just fuck, dude, this dude. And then
Thanos already had 2 stones, didn't he? Or he had the one?
He had just the Power Stone. He had just the Power Stone, and then so he's fighting. So then Loki's all like, we got a Hulk, and then Hulk comes in. fucking boom, boom, boom.
Make
And that
it
was
wet.
actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because Loki's afraid of the fucking Hulk, and just for him to just be all like, hey, like, we need your help or whatever, like, I'm gonna be a part of this plan, or whatever the fuck it was really cool.
Yeah, it was. That was good. I did not like how they did Loki at the beginning, though. Like, I understand why it happened. Like, it made sense, but at the same time, I was pissed. Like, yo, and he didn't come back. I'm like, yo, like, you just snapped his neck.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the very beginning when she's just standing there amongst all the dead ass Guardians. I was like, that's kind of that just looks cool
No,
cinematically,
that was
but
dope.
doesn't really make sense.
No, that was dope.
But okay, when they just broke his neck right then and there. See, and then I thought Thor was gonna fucking break out of that shit, be all fucking mighty Thor, like, "Whoa!" And then Thanos was just gonna bitch slap him, and then that's how he was gonna meet up with the Guardians. Because he was just going to get bitch slapped across space.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
That's what I thought was going to happen
He
in
was
this
just
scene.
floating dead in space. That was it. That was still
But
good, though.
what they did may be better. I'm not sure. I liked it.
No, it fit. Like, it was good. It fit.
What the fuck happened next? They went straight... Oh, dude, yeah, they went straight into the fucking Hulk playing the Silver Surfer's role and fucking smacking right into the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Dead. Thanos is coming. Thanos is coming. Thanos. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't Hulk out.
He doesn't even... Hulk was so scared to fight Thanos.
Like,
even Thanos' little fucking piece of shit cronies, Hulk is like, no, dude, I don't want
any of this.
So,
There's
there's this scene in the trailers where you have fucking Black Panther and you have like all these fucking team, like the whole team that goes to Wakanda in the third act, the whole team that goes to Wakanda, and they show Hulk and shit in the background running. Never fucking happens because Hulk never goes Hulk for the rest of the movie.
Yep.
Never fucking happens. So I bet a lot of people were pissed off about that. I was hoping that scene was gonna happen, but I totally forgot about it until the end of the movie. I was like, they never did the fucking Hulk scene. Oh well, dude. I enjoyed the whole fucking thing. So,
No, yeah, it was good.
man, there was the so fucking Hulk smashes through the Sanctum Sanctum. He's like, Thanos. And Doctor Strange is just like, what the fuck? And then they cut to fucking Tony Stark just with Pepper Potts, dude. They're having a fucking romantic, like, jog or whatever. They're on the bike path. Dude.
Yeah.
They're having a good time. They're like fucking feeding ducks and whatever. You know, they're having a good time. And he's just all like, man, I'm gonna fucking make sure I do everything for you. And she's like, no, you're not. And he's like, no, dude, I swear to God I am. Like, I'm not gonna fuck this up. And then here comes Doctor Strange, all like, yeah, Tony, sorry, but you gotta fuck this up.
Yeah. Sorry, I gotta fuck this up.
You gotta fuck up. Like, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah. You gotta do this shit right now. Like, just happened.
The fate of the whole entire existence. And not really, it's not the entire existence. Thanos only wants to wipe out half of existence. Just like, to restore balance in the fucking entire universe, dude. He's like, dude, the whole entire universe has a finite number of resources, and we are using them at a faster rate than they can replenish themselves, dude. So I'm just gonna bring shit back to the basics, and I'm really not opposed to Thanos. I'm really not.
No.
Hashtag Thanos was right.
Hashtag Thanos was right. Like, you get rid of half the people, like, everything would be better. More resources, more, this, more of that. People will be happier because there will be so many fucking people around and shit. Like, it works out. Like, it will work out. It's just a really cruel and mean thing to do, to just wipe out half of the universe's population. Like, so...
And look, and he wasn't gonna do any sort of like trials or whatever. It was just gonna be completely random.
Completely random.
So like
rich, poor. He even said it. Rich,
yeah,
poor,
rich, poor, whatever, dude. Anybody's
Doesn't
gonna
matter.
get.
Anybody can get it. It's completely at random. Boom.
So I'm like, when he was saying that, and he was just fucking when he was telling Doctor Strange that stuff on the on Titan. So when he's telling Doctor Strange that whole stuff, dude, I'm just like nodding and agreeing. I'm all like, yeah, dude, like, Bill Burr has comedy about that. How we just need a plague, we should like wipe out a good portion of the people in the fucking country, or like maybe in the world or whatever, dude. So you can get to work sooner. So you're not fighting traffic, dude. All sorts of shit that you're like, I'm like, what? You're gonna miss those people that you never knew? Like, no, you're not. Like, you're not gonna miss them. You're not. How many soldiers do you fucking mourn for on a regular basis that you never met? Exactly.
Do you pray for their immortal souls? You know, on which side? Only on your side, or like everybody's side? Because
so
everybody, like, yeah.
So then shit just starts flying around, dude. Fucking Doctor Strange's hair is waving in the wind. Tony Stark's like, can you just make your hair wave in the wind like that? He's like, I can, but I'm not doing it right now.
This is not me, guys. I have no idea what's happening. Oh, shit.
So, what are you doing? You're reading manga while you're doing
Yes. This is the latest Shokugeki no Soma. Food Wars.
Food Wars? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I haven't seen or watched or read any of it, but
Dude, it's amazing. Yeah, I watched a couple of the episodes when it first came out, and I was like, I need more, and so I just started reading it. And I'm reading
so there is an anime for it. Cool.
Anime.
Sweet. I thought there was.
Alright, but yeah, off topic.
Oh, man. That's what we do sometimes.
Yeah.
So, all this shit's flying around, dude. So Tony Stark goes outside, dude. There's like cabs flying, there's people running all over the place. It's fucking. There's a big giant, what they refer to as a big donut in the sky. It's like a fucking. It's like some sort of temporal transporter thing that kind of get you from fucking point A to point B quicker. So you got the children of Thanos on Earth, because Thanos is all like, two of the stones are on Earth. I'll be on Titan just kicking it. Come find me when you do your job.
Yeah, right?
The children of Thanos are fucking on Earth. And everything's pretty evenly matched for the Avengers plus side characters like Doctor Strange and Wong and anybody who's going up against the children of Thanos. Everyone's like all the teams they had against going on their small teams and stuff. We were all pretty evenly matched, and it was exciting to watch. Like nobody, like Tony Stark busted out this brand new Iron Man suit that's all nanites. It fucking surrounded his body. It surrounded his body like that fucking Spider-Man Unlimited cartoon. He's fucking, and they had these fucking things that came off his back, like sonic fucking boosters that blasted this motherfucker across the city. Oh my god, dude, that shit was. I'm like, fuck. And so then Tony Stark got so fucking cocky, he's all like, and then Bruce Banner's all like, dude, what the fuck is that? And he's like, oh, nanites, you like them? And then fucking instantly getting smacked by behind, so he just he set his guard down for fucking 5 seconds, and fucking boom, instantly. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, all the action was there. Someone's saying that, like, a Nasser that I do on the road with every Friday or Saturday, whenever I upload it, because I'm tired lately. He's talking about, why doesn't fucking Doctor Strange just portal him into the sun? Whatever. I'm like, why doesn't he? Because we won't have a 2.5 hour long movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And we won't be entertained. That can happen all
Honestly, they didn't think of that.
They didn't think of that. Just like they didn't think of doing whatever to Vision or whatever. But I did see an Easter egg about that. They didn't do that to Vision because they don't think of Vision as an android. They still think of him as more human than android. So they didn't. They probably would have thought about that if they made him. If they thought of him more like a machine or whatever. Yeah. But you got what's her name from Wakanda that's just smarter than everybody.
Apparently, yeah, she's just the smartest ever.
No, like she is though.
No, I mean she is. Like, no,
she is.
She's the smartest ever.
You sounded sarcastic.
I know, I did. See, it's one of those things where like, everyone thinks I'm being sarcastic. I'm not being sarcastic. I was being
Oh my god.
No.
So
Yeah,
fucking, she kicked ass though. Like she did her job, kinda. I don't.
That dark elf looking dude was my favorite. Thanos' kids. The sneaky one.
The one that was fighting Vision most of the time.
Yeah.
With the fucking scepter
Yeah.
thing. Oh yeah, he was pretty
dope.
cool.
He was dope.
He was probably the coolest one. And fucking I heard a rumor that Peter Dinklage didn't want to play the Dwarf King because he doesn't like playing characters associated with his stature. So
But
then,
he was giant.
So then when he comes out as a giant dwarf, you're like, oh, cool. So like a lot of people thought he was gonna be the voice of a Children of Thanos instead of being the Dwarf King. But then when he did come through as a Dwarf King, I was super excited because I'm like, man, dude, fuck. Like no one's like the Dwarf King is a badass role, dude. Like despite they're getting you because you're a midget or not, dude, they're not trying to hire any fucking midget. They're trying to hire Peter Dinklage because he's fucking class. Fuck, he's like a class above. Like his acting skills are fucking phenomenal, and fucking they are a phenomenon. And like, man, nobody ever thinks about him just like they might if you're roasting him or something, you're like, oh, that fucking midget or whatever. But no one is saying it like again, like towards his acting abilities or whatever.
No, he's
great
actor.
all the time. Like they have him in the X-Men movies, and he's fucking awesome. You know, he's the dude that builds Sentinels and shit, dude. Fuck, he's awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah, which is weird. Like, I wonder what they're gonna do for these next movies. I wonder what's gonna happen in the next one, because this was the first part. The whole time I'm sitting there watching this, I'm sitting here thinking like, yo, this has to be a two-parter. There's no way everything can be fit into one movie. And I guess that's true, right? There is going to be a second part. Is that what's happening? Or is it just going to be a whole other thing? As opposed to...
So...
I don't know.
What's happening is we got Ant-Man coming out next.
Right. And the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's our 3 Marvel movies for the year. Or our 3 MCU movies for the year. There's 3 MCU movies every year. Since it's been big, there's been 3 every year. Captain Marvel's gonna be a 3rd one. This one takes place in the 90s. It takes place. We have a young Nick Fury. We have Captain Marvel. We have how Nick Fury loses his eye, and I think Ant-Man and the Wasp might take place between Infinity War or Avengers 3 and 4. But I'm not quite sure yet. We'll just have to watch that. Ant-Man and Wasp comes out later this year. We'll have to watch that one and find out. It might take place right before Infinity War, but it might not. So we don't get any Ant-Man and Wasp in Infinity War. We don't get any Hawkeye.
No.
They make a mention towards Hawkeye.
Yeah, they mention them both.
They do mention. Oh yeah, when Hulk is like, or Bruce Banner's like, there's a Spider-Man and an Ant-Man.
Yeah. Well, Scarlet. What's her name? Black Widow was like, yeah, no, like Hawkeye and Ant-Man are basically like they walked away or whatever.
Yeah.
They're on house arrest, so the families weren't taking.
They're on house arrest.
Yeah. So they dipped.
That's hilarious.
Something to that effect. So. Yeah.
I didn't catch all of the lines all the way through. Like, granted, I am tired, and it's like towards the end, I'm like, oh, this stuff started sort of like dialogue started to jumble together a little bit, and I'm like, oh fuck, just give me more of the action. But that's not all I'm here for.
Yeah.
Because the story was really good. You get a little backstory of Thanos. You don't get the whole backstory.
Yo, what was with the Red Skull?
Fuck yeah. Red Skull comes in out of nowhere, dude.
Nowhere.
This whole time since Guardians 2, Thanos has had Nebula just fucking in prison, and he has her like ripped apart, and he's just like torturing her, and apparently Gamora had the map to where the Soul Stone was, that she destroyed it, but she only told Nebula about it, and Thanos kidnaps Gamora, and Peter Quill was supposed to kill her before any of this happened, and like And
he went to do
it's
it.
a big thing that happens throughout the entire movie. This happens 3 times in the movie where like someone's like, you gotta like let me die or you gotta do this.
Yeah.
And nobody can commit with the act.
No one
and
can commit.
So it's like comes down to fucking stopping Thanos or like killing your friend to stop Thanos or not killing your friend. And fucking...
Well, Scarlet Witch finally did the end, then it didn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, there was the one. Scarlet Witch did pull through at the end, but Thanos already had the Time Stone by then.
Time Stone though, and it was like, you know what? I commend your effort, but I need that stone. So give that back. That was bogus.
Oh my god,
He's like, no, this whole time, bro. Like, yeah. As soon as he got the Time Stone, it was over. Because it wouldn't have mattered like who did what or anything. Like he can reverse everything.
And he did Vision so dirty. Like when he was coming back to reverse, I didn't think he was gonna just. I thought he was just gonna reverse the stone back.
Nope.
But he reversed all that shit back and just ripped it out of Vision's head and just did him fucking dirty. And threw him down and he's fucking like gray and shit now. Like, oh, I'm dead.
Yep.
And like, whoa.
Yep. Caved in his skull. Like fucking caved on all his shit, all his insides, and fucking get the stone out of his head. Like,
but he did not turn into dust at the end, so he can. He might be able to come back.
He might be. Well, he wasn't a person though. He was a machine.
No, but his consciousness has fucking Ultron, Tony Stark, David or Bruce Banner, and the old Jarvis system.
Yeah.
So he's got 4 things he's got 4 different consciousness. He had 5 altogether. Now he's only got 4. So he could still get his hard drive might still exist or whatever, where he can get brought back.
They might have.
You got old girl. You got old girl Wakanda. She didn't turn to dust. We didn't see her turn to dust.
We didn't see her turn to dust. The King turned to dust, and that was like, yo.
So basically, all we have left alive is OG Avengers and Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
I thought because I did hear about this turning to dust scene on a Emergency Awesome. And I was, and he said something about Star-Lord was gonna. He said something Star-Lord stays, as I was like, no, Star-Lord. As I was like, so then when Star-Lord was turning to dust, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Man, no way. Oh man, this is bad.
So many people started turning to dust.
This is bad.
It's like, this is bad.
This random dude in the after credits scene.
Oh man.
There's a random dude. You got the one agent. I forget her name. And then you got Nick Fury. He's all like, "Holy motherfucker!"
Yeah.
And before he can finish talking, he's turning to dust or whatever. Summoning Captain Marvel. So we're gonna get Captain Marvel next year. At I know Spider-Man. Spider-Man is supposed to be the movie that starts Phase 4 in the MCU. So we're gonna have this Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then we're gonna have Captain Marvel. We have Infinity War 4 or Avengers 4 closing out fucking closing out Phase 3, and then Spider-Man: Homecoming coming in at the end of the year to open up Phase 4.
We already had Homecoming.
Homecoming 2.
Okay, I was gonna say
whatever it's called.
We already have.
Whatever it's called, because it's a Kevin Feige guaranteed timeline. So this movie's so intense though. Like you already know about this Kevin Feige timeline. You know all about this stuff in advance. You know there's Avengers 4 coming out. You know about all this shit, but the movie's so intense.
The movie's so intense.
You're not even
disregard all of that. You stop thinking about all of that because all the shit that happens in the movie is like, but wait a minute, why is this happening?
I probably could have watched all the spoiler reviews and forgot about that shit. Like back in the day when I watched Dexter, and there was one spoiler in there, and then by the time it got to that point, like, I knew it was coming, but there was so much other shit that was going on around the side or whatever, I was all like... So then, like, I forgot about it. Yeah. And then when it happened, I'm like, oh, shit!
I remember this.
I remember reading about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, man, it played out well. You know, so like it might not be as shocking like when you already know about it in advance, but dude, it still hits you. It's
was
still good.
great, yeah.
And oh my god, dude! If you haven't seen this movie yet and you're listening to this, you're a
You need
fool
to go.
because we've already spoiled it all for you. Kind
Yep.
of. We're telling you it all out of fucking order.
But it doesn't matter. Like
it's
you'll
not-
know.
Because it's not like what I normally do with Jeremy, where I just fucking start fucking backtracking like the whole. We fucking just tell you the whole goddamn movie in order, and
Yeah.
so
No,
we're gonna jump around a lot. We're gonna just.
This movie was that intense. Like this movie was that. Like it was. Like I said, it was fantastic.
Hulk was scared.
Hulk was goddamn scared the whole time. He was like, "No, I don't want a piece of any."
The first time when they're in the park and it's just half his face is Hulk and half his face is Bruce Banner, he's like, no! And then when he's in the Hulkbuster suit and he goes full Hulk and he's all like, no!
Like,
and he's all like, well, fuck you, I'm gonna do this myself.
And he did
and he was for a second, dude. It's all like, fuck, dude, now you know how to pilot this thing.
Right. It just took him a second, that's all. It just took him a second. Gotta get his bearings straight, that's it. Lose an arm, maybe. You know.
At least it wasn't a real Hulk arm.
Yeah.
So we got Captain America's shield. Oh, dude. So we're in the middle of Scotland for fucking because Scarlet Witch and Vision are like they're just kicking in Scotland like when they're on hiatus. Like Vision like turns off his GPS. Whatever. Vision turns off his fucking GPS and he just like kicks it with Scarlet Witch and it's like a fancy hotel in Scotland for like a weekend, and then they go off and like do the shit that they're supposed to do, and then instantly they're attacked by children of Thanos. They're getting their ass kicked. They're getting their ass kicked, and then out of nowhere, dude, Captain America shows up, and he's fucking kicking ass. And then fucking, and you know where Captain America is? There's always fucking Falcon. Falcon comes in, fucking boom, 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 and then out of nowhere, you're not quite expecting this. You got Scarlet Witch, or not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, fucking boom, 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 coming in kicking ass.
Yep.
And you're like, oh fuck yeah, dude, this is great.
Yep.
This is great, dude. Fucking now we got 5-on-2.
Yeah, and Scarlet Witch, she couldn't utilize her powers or their maximum ability because she was too worried about Vision. I think that's what a lot of it was.
Yeah, because it was crazy. Because Vision,
so
because they're just having this romantic conversation, and then just you're just like, all right, this is be one of those heartwarming, warm scenes. No, fucking children of Thanos come out of nowhere.
They
just
did
fucking
their homework, bro. Yo, they came out of the woodwork like fucking creatures of the night.
These two motherfuckers. There's 5 of them all together.
All together.
There's 2 of them. It's the really big guy, and then the witch girl with like the horns coming out of her face.
The dark elf dude who was my favorite, and the wizard.
Okay, it was the dark elf guy, and then the girl
with the horns.
And with the horns coming out of her face. And he comes in with his scepter from fucking. We see it coming out of fucking Vision's chest. We're like, holy shit! Me and Jeremy sitting next to each other, not seeing any of that coming. We're like, holy shit, dude! What the fuck? And like the theater's crowded, and I'm reacting loud as fuck sometimes. Yeah. And I think a lot of those people must have been there for their second viewing because nobody was reacting at all, like to any of this shit, dude. You didn't hear, except for like me, you couldn't hear shit like or fucking I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's oh my goodness, dude. That freaking film. So so Scarlet Witch couldn't use her full power because Vision's already injured, and she's just mainly on medic now, dude. She's like, I'm trying to heal Vision, get him because they finally established their relationship that they kind of set up in Civil War, and they may have kind of set it up in Age of Ultron when the characters were introduced, but it was more of they kind of built on it stronger on Captain America 3, and now it's like a full-fledged thing where Vision and Scarlet Witch are like an item or whatever. So it is a full-fledged thing now, and So like when he's all like, dude, you have to destroy the fucking mind gem to save the world, and she's like, dude, you know I can't do this, and he's like, you got to, and then she does it. But at that point, it doesn't even fucking matter anymore because like we already said it, dude. Thanos has the
shit.
Thanos has the Eye of Agamotto, the time stamp. Like, fucking Doctor Strange tried fucking wearing a fake one to throw him off. Like, he's like, dude, I have its brothers. Like, I can sense its presence, dude. I can tell you weren't using it. Get out of here.
Yep.
And when he did all those fucking multi-shadow clone jutsu,
I was like, yo.
I was like, fuck yeah.
But Thanos was like, get that shit out my face, Charles. You know who the fuck I am?
And so they all disappeared, and then they had that really cool effect with him, like, falling back.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, dude. Like,
yo, why did Thanos try to Wookiee? He tried to fucking Chewbacca everybody, though.
What do you mean?
The only way in Star Wars in the comics, the only way that they could kill off Chewbacca was by throwing a moon or another planet into the planet he was on. Like Chewbacca was so badass that they basically had to murder him with an entire other planet. And so that's basically what Thanos was trying to do to them when he broke down the moon and fucking
started throwing moon asteroids at fucking Tony Stark. Oh my god. Since I knew Tony Stark wasn't gonna die, I was like, how the fuck is he not gonna die? So I'm just watching this, like, I'm like, dude, he's like a second away from dying. And then here comes Doctor Strange, being a bitch, like, don't kill him. Don't do it, I'll give you the time stone. Just don't kill him. And Tony Stark's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Let him kill me. Don't give him the stone.
Yeah, man, like, bro, it's like, that just happened. It's okay.
This is the second time.
This is the second time,
dude.
Because
the first time, the first time Star-Lord had to kill Gamora.
But then he went to do it, and he shot, but bubbles came out of his gun because he took too long. And Thanos already knew. Thanos was like, all right, you got the balls. I like you, bro. I like you. I'm taking my daughter, though.
Yeah.
And he turned his gun to fucking bubbles, and yeah, so that time failed.
In the cartoon for Guardians of the Galaxy that's based off the MCU, it's an element blaster that only royalty of Spartax can use.
Huh.
So it can shoot out fucking like earth shit, fire shit, water shit, lightning. It's an element blaster. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
And I'm not sure if that's how it is in the comics. I'm not familiar with Guardians comic lore. But in the cartoon that's based off the MCU, it's an element blaster. But they also did different origins for Peter Quill. Like in Guardians 2, his dad is Ego. But in the cartoon, his dad is Jason of Spartax. He's the king of Spartax. And, yeah. But they still have the whole thing where he was like a playboy and he came to Earth and he was just fucking chilling out, having a good time.
Yeah.
Met Peter's mom.
Gave her cancer.
I don't know if she had cancer in the cartoon.
I don't know if she had cancer
but in the movie, movie definitely, yeah. Ego definitely gave her cancer.
Yeah. Oh, he was so. Peter Quill was so.
I was just gonna get to that. The whole movie.
So
it started with the Thor introduction where fucking Drax is like, this guy, he's not a dude. This is a man, or whatever. Then Rocket, he's all like, yeah, dude, he's like an angel combined with. What the fuck did he say? An angel combined with what? When he's describing Thor.
Yo, I don't remember. An angel mixed with a... I don't remember. But it was super gay.
The whole entire Guardians are like in awe of fucking Thor. But then fucking Star-Lord is so jealous. Like fucking Gamora is like rubbing his arm. He's like, stop.
Massaging his arm.
And then he comes back. He like wakes up. Cause what's her face from Guardians 2 with the antenna? She's like, wake up, and he wakes up. He's like, who the hell are you? And then they're having this Star-Lord's all like trying to like pretend to be Thor, like he's using like a fake, he's using like a fake accent and shit, dude. He's like,
did you make your voice deeper?
This is how I always sound. He was getting so.
He was so salty the whole time.
And then later on with
it was great
with Iron Man. And he's fighting Thanos. He's like, just so you know, this was my plan.
Yeah, but then he messed it up. Like they almost had it. They almost had the gun.
He just started punching Thanos in the face with his
gun. He's like, yo, he made you kill the bro.
Hits on the girl's hand. Hits on the girl's hand, so she has to let go. And then, man, Thanos gets his gauntlet back. There was this part I commented loud as fuck during the movie when Tony Stark's all like, "We almost got it off," and I'm like, "No, you don't," because at the time they didn't. At the time it wasn't loose or anything. It wasn't like that part kind of dragged out for a little bit. Ooh, how'd you feel about how they fucking forged shit from a dwarf star?
That was awesome.
I thought it was kind of weak. Like, it just instantly happens. He just
pours
out the fucking lava, and it's instantly there. But then when I did kind of like how Groot came into the rescue and fucking bound it together. I'm like that shit wouldn't stay together. It's already been cooled down enough to where I don't know because that's fucking dwarf star fucking lava metal. So like I don't.
So it's
but it seemed like normal metal would have been cooled down, even though it's still fucking piping hot. It's cooled down enough to where it wouldn't fucking
since he had iron hands, I thought what was gonna happen was he was gonna give direction to Rocket Raccoon to actually forge the weapon.
Oh, give Rocket more knowledge, like
since he wasn't able to do what he needed to do, instead of just pouring it out into a mold, like that was I thought that was kind of cheap, but. I liked how they have to use the neutron star as a fucking.
Well, yeah, that's a given. That's a given.
That was fucking amazing.
But someone like you're into forging, you're into all that stuff. Yeah. So I thought to you like that scene would have been like, oh man.
No, yeah, I was disappointed that it was just a mold. Like I didn't like that very much. But I like the symbolism with Groot. Like I'm gonna make this hole, boom, boom, chop off my arm. Now you have the axe, and you have Groot arm and star metal that that was awesome. But the molding of it, like I thought they would have did a better job. But I feel like I know that they did it for the sake of brevity.
Oh, and actually, ever since the end of Guardians, ever since the end of Guardians 1, this has not been the same Groot. It's actually Groot Jr. It's a sapling.
It was a sapling from Groot, but it's still being played by
Vin Diesel. Yeah.
Oh, he's an HD teen now.
Oh, dude. Yeah, Vin Diesel was in the cast picture, too. Yeah. When they had them all on the bleachers and shit.
Yeah.
He was in the cast picture. I'm Groot. So, like, everybody thought that at least Iron Man or Captain America were going to die. Neither one of them died. Everybody else dies. You got the OG Avengers. The face-off in Avengers 4. Maybe teaming up with Ant-Man and the Wasp. Maybe teaming up with Captain Marvel. Oh, your internet's broken. Your internet's broken.
I don't know what just happened.
It happens to me all the time.
That's weird.
It's still not connected. There we go. Boom. Boom.
Update or something like that.
We didn't even need the internet for this show. I'm uploading this.
No, we're doing this.
I'm uploading this later.
Yeah. But no, like I don't know. That was good. Groot was that was an awesome
Groot
type thing.
Because
where's the hand?
You also didn't expect Groot to pull through because we have like teenage adolescents. Groot, and all he gives a fuck is playing Asteroid.
Yeah, that's all he was doing.
It's all he cares about doing is playing Asteroid, and so like he saw fucking like Thor dying, and he saw like Rocket like actually giving a fuck, Like, and that's weird for everybody. Rocket doesn't give a fuck, dude. He gives a fuck about Groot, and then he gives a fuck about making money. That's all he gives a fuck about, dude. Like, so like in the beginning when the Guardians scene, when they're like, yeah, we're gonna do this distress call, like, we might make some extra money, dude. Like, and they're like, yeah, that's what we're talking about. And Gamora's like, that's not the point. That's not the point of it.
That's not the point.
Sorry, alright, sure it isn't. And then they're fucking winking to each other with it.
Yeah. Oh, Rocket Raccoon was like, I want to get that arm.
Oh.
How much for the gun? It's not for sale.
How
much for the arm?
With Bucky.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm getting that arm.
How much for the gun? Not for sale. How much for the arm? He just looks at him and just takes off. I'm getting that fucking arm. Oh my god, dude, that was awesome. Because he's all about, like, ever since the first one, he just wanted stuff just for jokes or whatever. Like, he wanted that one dude's leg or whatever, like, to break out of the prison. And he's like, alright, I got the leg. He's like, what'd you need that for? He's like, oh, I didn't need it. I just thought it was funny to have him with one leg. So, like, yeah, so he totally wants to get that arm. But, dude, in the cartoon, Rocket, they go to Earth at one point, and they go to the mall, and, like, Rocket, like, he spends all his money or whatever and gets, like, all this duct tape. Like, he's fascinated by duct tape. He starts fixing the Milano with duct tape and shit, dude. Like, there's, like, a big crack in the windshield that he has, like, patched up with duct tape and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
So, it's cool that we're gonna have Rocket alive.
Yeah.
And Rocket is now he's actually playing team captain for the Guardians because he's the only surviving member.
Yeah.
Gamora got sacrificed for the Soul Stone. Fucking
no. The entire Guardians of the Galaxy are gone besides Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's the only one.
All the other ones got turned to dust. And
yep.
Dude, that whole fucking Soul Stone, fucking Red Skull. Back to Red Skull. This dude came out of nowhere. At first, I thought it was going to be Lady Death just having a manly voice. That's who I thought it was, because they didn't show legs at first. They just showed him floating. Whatever.
Yeah, you didn't even know.
Yeah. And then they bring him in closer. It's the fucking Red Skull, dude. And it's played by fucking Agent Smith. It's still the original Red Skull. You're like, fuck yeah, dude, this. Like, nobody was expecting that out of anywhere. Like they brought out all their fucking, they brought out their guns in this fucking movie, and they shot fucking hard, dude. Pow, 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 pow. And they hit us with all the feels. Like, I was almost crying when Peter was dying.
Yeah, that shit hit me right in the chest.
I was like,
I don't want to go, and I was like, no, Peter, no.
I was almost crying when fucking Iron Man was getting his ass beat by Thanos.
That's why we don't have Peter Parker in Venom.
Maybe. No, he is gonna. There is gonna be. Peter Parker's gonna be in Venom. Spider-Man's not gonna be in Venom, or there's gonna be a mention towards Peter Parker.
So this is.
Peter Parker exists in 2 universes now. He exists in the Sony universe, and he exists in the MCU.
So is it going to be
Sony universe is an alternate universe because they're making other movies. They're making a Black and Silver, which is going to be Black Cat and Silver Sable.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Netflix is coming out with Cloak and Dagger.
That's MCU, I think, though. Yeah. But MCU shows are Kevin Feige said this in an interview. MCU shows, he doesn't pay attention to the shows to know what's going on with them to incorporate them into the movies. He doesn't have enough time because he's doing all this shit. You know, he doesn't have enough time to incorporate what's going on with the show. So he says he has no problem with the shows referencing the movies and doing all that stuff, but he has no time to try to fucking fill in the shows and the movies and whatever and make sure they all line up together.
Yeah. I mean,
and it makes sense.
continuity issues.
It makes sense because this dude has planned Iron Man 1 up until the next beginning of Phase 4. And now he's trying to make plans on how to incorporate Fox properties into the MCU.
Yeah.
So he does have a lot on his plate. He's doing so much, and he's fucking doing a great job. So like, leave him alone. Let him do what he has to do. If he doesn't have time for Agents of Shield and the Defenders shows, then fuck, he doesn't have time for it, man. Like, give the man a break. He's giving us gold, and like, I mean, some of the movies are bad. Like, we got Iron Man 3, both the first two Thor movies. Like, yeah, some of the movies are bad, but they're all watchable. Every single one of them are watchable. They're all entertaining. This one by far was like, we're definitely seeing it again this weekend. Oh my god, dude! It was just incredible and fantastic and amazing. And there are some bad scenes. There are some scenes that don't make sense. There are some of that, but you really don't care while you're watching it. It's when you're actually doing like the talking about it and doing that stuff that you're like, hold on, why didn't they do this instead? Or like every single time when the team had to sacrifice or had to make a sacrifice and they couldn't follow through. Like, Peter tried to, but he hesitated for way too long, and then Thanos was already aware of the situation. But I was like, fuck, dude, you gotta do it, man. Like, y'all love each other, man. Fucking, you gotta kill the one you love to save everybody.
That was an overarching thing.
Like, you gotta be able to make
you gotta be able to make the ultimate sacrifice.
It's why I agree with Adrian Veidt, Ozymandias in The Watchmen. He's like, what, kill 1,000 to fucking make world peace? Yeah, well, we can do that. It was better than us fucking murdering each other every day or whatever. It's having all these wars and whatever. Like, we're killing thousands every single day. I could kill like half the population of Manhattan with a fucking giant squid monster, or if you're referring to you refer to the movie, manipulating Dr. Manhattan into being an atom bomb or whatever. Then fucking do it, man. If that's what it takes to create world peace, then yeah, and it was successful until Rorschach's journal came out, and then the media's all like, "This is what really happened. Now you decide," and that just recreated the divide and conquer. But back to Infinity War. Hashtag Thanos was right. Fucking wipe out half the universe. He's not wiping out half the planets. He's wiping out half the population on every single planet in the universe.
Yep.
With a snap of his... What the fuck is wrong with that, dude? How many people annoy you on a regular basis?
I mean, it's not even about them being annoying. It was like he said, he was like, yo, I watched my planet, like...
No, but just on a personal perspective.
Like,
just on a personal perspective.
Yeah,
if half the people just... And you happen to be a survivor, how sad would you be?
I would be pretty sad. Well, I mean, see, I would be sad. But I wouldn't be torn up, like, unless it was, like, people I knew and loved and was close with, like that, and then yeah, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? But I'd still be like, yeah, this isn't cool. I would be sad, but not as sad as if it was like a bunch of my family. If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Like, that makes sense. Feel bad. I would still feel.
There's always
survivor's guilt.
There's always that
survivor's guilt.
There's always survivor's guilt, or just the selfish aspect of like,
yeah,
fuck, dude, like I only give a fuck because my family members were part of the thing or whatever.
Like it would all coalesce into those feelings of like, fuck. Well, now what do I do? And then at that point, it's like, yeah, you can't really do anything. Half the people are gone. You're still here. So then what? Like, how long do you dwell on that? You just gotta keep going.
Oh man, dude, all the people who are just like like in poverty and shit, they would just be thrilled at this, dude. Like this rich dude and his mansion just disintegrated into dust, dude. I'm moving into his fucking place. Like, there's also, like, there's just half the people out of nowhere just died, dude. I'm gonna live in this mansion for a while until Avengers eventually sort this shit out, like, because they probably will. I don't know. We know they will. We know the Avengers are gonna somehow sort this shit out, dude. We got the OG Avengers, dude. We got Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow. Scarlet Witch died. She didn't die. She turned into dust. I'm not considering anybody who turned into dust dying. The only person who really died was Gamora.
No. Well, no. Gamora.
Oh, Loki.
Vision.
I still think Vision can be brought back, though.
He might be, but so can Gamora and Loki. Even though I don't know.
No, I think Vision can be brought back.
I don't know, like,
without any sort of
powers
means or whatever. Like,
yeah.
I think Wakanda can bring back Vision.
Perhaps. Yeah, the Wakanda didn't really get destroyed at all, did it? But half the people are gone, and we don't know if Shuri's still there or not.
We didn't see her disappear, and we saw a lot of Wakandan survivors. We saw the Black Panther die or turn into dust.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Man, it was just, man, dude, if your friend ever asks you, like, hey, have I ever turned to the dark side, or if this such and such a thing happens, you gotta kill me, and you say yeah, and then you don't do it, you're a dickhead. You gotta kill your fucking friend. You gotta kill your friend.
I mean, even though you don't want to, like, you got to.
You can't.
There's more at stake here. Otherwise, you're just being selfish, and like that's the whole thing. You can't be selfish.
You can't.
Like, they did what the Last Jedi was trying to do, but better.
Elaborate.
You're not supposed to sacrifice yourself for the greater good or whatever the fuck.
And then Luke fucking sacrificed himself.
Luke sacrificed himself.
Purple hair.
Stopped Finn from sacrificing himself.
Oh yeah.
Purple hair
sacrificed himself for kind of no reason.
For no reason.
Because all they really had to do was just follow fucking Poe's plan throughout the whole movie. They would have been fine.
Yeah. No, they literally would have been fine. But in Infinity War, like, yo, it was that whole same thing. Like, Cap even said, we don't sacrifice, or we don't, what did he say?
We don't trade lives.
We don't trade lives.
The Vision's all like, motherfuckers, you ain't hearing me.
Yeah.
You are not hearing me. This thing needs to just go. And Scarlet Witch is the only one that can do it. And she's like, we're not having this conversation. Playing the fucking girlfriend card. And it was like, listen what they're saying, dude.
Yeah.
You can fucking download my memory into something. Fucking boom, I'm already fucking I'm one half AI, and then my other half is Tony Stark and Bruce Banner. Like, my other half is Ultron and Jarvis.
Yeah.
So I'm already half AI, dude. Download that half into a fucking computer. Fucking boom, dude. Fucking get rid of the stone. Fucking blow it up. Bring back Vision. Boom. It's that easy. I guess it wasn't, because all girl was all like, hey, I need time. And we didn't give her enough time to do what she had to do. Vision is getting attacked by fucking two people, Ultron, or of Thanos.
Yeah.
In the fucking middle of Wakanda. And
that was intense, yeah.
It was really funny when Scarlet Witch stopped being by Vision's side and went to join the fight, and she stopped like all those fucking tanks.
Yeah, that was good. Like that, like, you know, like that gave you an inkling to what she's actually capable of. That's why I say, like, she was not utilizing her.
And Michonne from Walking Dead was all like, "Why the fuck was she up here the whole time?"
Yeah, yeah. Why wasn't she down here taking care of business? Could have left somebody else more capable up there. They did need to be down here.
Oh my god! I didn't know that was Michonne when I watched Black Panther. Then I was watching interviews and stuff later. I was like, oh crap, I didn't even notice. So like, dude, all the action scenes were fucking top notch badass, dude. Like, I was tapping my feet when it got to the war part, like when they got to Wakanda and all these spaceships started crashing outside of their the Wakandan borders. I was like tapping my feet at that point when all the monsters are coming. They hit the border and they're fucking slashing through the border, and there's like they can sort of get through. They're like cutting themselves in half, whatever. Then like one dude is able to get through, then like another one's able to get through. So like they're able to get through like one out of maybe like 20 of them is able to get through or whatever without dying. So they're and then T'Challa's just all like, just open it up. We're just gonna fight him, dude. Just open it up. And they're like, what the fuck? Are you crazy? He's all like, listen to me. We're just gonna open it up. I'm like, all right. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, all right, dude. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, this is gonna be really cool to watch, but it doesn't make it. What?
Nothing.
Oh, I could read it on there. Jeremy's over here reading manga, texting with fucking ladies, and doing this review at the same time. This dude's multi-talented. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where the fuck was I at?
I don't know. Things were exploding. Things were always Michonne from Walking Dead.
Oh no! So he's just like, open it up, and so they open it up, and then frickin' just war ensues.
Yep.
And you got Bruce Banner in the Hulkbuster suit,
yeah.
but like, get this man a shield. Captain America's got 2 vibranium shields on his, like, vibranium gauntlet shields. Badass. Winter Soldier has a new vibranium arm that's badass. They got all these guns. Oh my god, dude, that whole movie was like knock your socks off. Fucking like, oh my goodness. And this is from a guy who only likes controlled violence. I do, man. They did this war. It wasn't it wasn't chaotic at all, dude. Like when they got to like the Wakanda war, it was like the classic like Braveheart type shit where like you got this front over here and you got this front over here, and then fucking boom, they start clashing.
Yeah.
Whatever, like, and like Wakandan, like they had those fucking blanket shield things, like those cloak shields, like those were badass. All you have to do is just go like this with your cloak, and then you have a fucking impenetrable shield made out of whatever that shit's made out of, this energy.
It's true. Wakanda is so advanced, though, man. I thought.
And
well, they put up more of a fight than I'm pretty sure anywhere else would have been able to.
I think Wakanda is so advanced that they're like at a stalemate of technology. Like I don't know how much farther they can get. I was watching a review about how Star Wars technology has stayed the same throughout all the movies.
Yeah. Because they got where they needed to go.
They're at a technological stalemate.
Right. There's no need for any innovation right now.
Are you gonna start working out now?
No, I'm just laying down because my back hurts.
Yeah, I stand up for 8 hours a day. It fucking hurts my leg. It's bad. I had to buy a knee brace. I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old, man. I had to buy a knee brace. And you got fucking Thor over here, who's older than I am. And did you see that shit when he was on Earth and he was a roommate with this dude?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, the brain's a muscle, and I got more muscles than you, so I'm smarter than you are. Whatever. He's like, this is a brain. He's like, this is a brain. This is a brain.
This is a brain.
Oh my god. So all in all, I keep saying this movie's fantastic. It does have some scenes that are just like, whatever, man. Why is that happening? It didn't care for the forging. I like how, like, the method that they use for forging. I just don't like how they forge. Like, it's just like in a mold and you dump it out. That was stupid. There was just some scenes that where you're just like, just kill him. Just kill her. Just kill, like, just do it. Just do it. Because you already know Thanos is the Mad Titan. If you don't follow through, he's just gonna do it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, like, and like, and as badass and as threatening and stuff that he was, dude, he was going soft.
He
was going
a lot
soft on
than-
everybody, and he knows he was going soft. He was all like,
yeah, dude, I'm gonna do this either.
I'm doing it.
You're not stopping me.
Thanos was just having fun.
Yeah,
With the whole thing,
he was.
and like except
for with Gamora, that was the only.
because when he snapped his fingers, and she's like, "Well, what did it cost you?" He's like, "Everything," and you could see that he kind of wanted to cry, and whatever. I was like, I kind of wanted to cry at that. I was like, "Wow, man."
He's mad, but
Holy crap! Although he did like manipulate Gamora like hardcore and like all his people are slaughtering her people. He's all like, no, don't look at that. Just play with the knife. Just play with the knife.
Like, damn, bro.
So he might have basically raised her or whatever. That had some sort of like maybe that was the way maybe he saw something in her. Whatever, he even said, he's like, I wanted you to sit on that chair one day. I really wanted you to be my heir. And like you actually believe him. That's when you went to get snacks. And so like she's like, I always hated that throne. He's like, well, he's like, so I've heard, but I've always wanted you to sit on it anyways. It's like, damn. Yeah. He really wanted her. He really wanted her to be his number 2, and but then he finds out that she was lying to him because the whole scene when she's all like, I know a secret that he doesn't know or whatever, and he's all, well, tell me. He's like, no, then you'll know too. But she still could have told him. She could have just said, I know where the Soul Stone is. And then they could have been like, well, then let's go get that and destroy it, or whatever. But
they still would have ran into the same conundrum.
But I don't know if she knew about that whole thing or whatever. Or maybe she did. Or maybe she did, and she's all like, well, maybe Thanos doesn't love anything, so I can bring him there, and she'll just realize that he failed. Or whatever. Maybe she was thinking of that. She didn't really know that he does have a soft spot for her. And that... So like she could have been thinking that like
true. I don't know.
So
I think she was surprised.
I think looking back, she was thinking that Thanos doesn't love anything, so that he was just gonna be stuck or whatever.
And Red Skull was like, no, those tears are for you, babe.
Yeah, Red Skull knew right away.
Red Skull knew.
He's like, maybe if he really doesn't, he still knows how to play the system enough to where...
That still trips me out. Red Skull, bro, the specter of death, boom. I'm sitting here thinking the whole time there's going to be some kind of specter of Lady Death that's going to be over Thanos' shoulder. We're finally going to get to see something.
Yeah.
Or maybe in the next one or something, she's going to start haunting him because he did snap his fingers or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
So, like, I want that to happen because I also want that lead in with fucking Deadpool and Thanos. I want to see this battle come to fruition. I don't know.
No. Man, speaking of Lady Death, I've been reading Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider, and he runs in with Lady Death, and she's like, I never joke or I don't have relations or whatever. He's all like, well, what about Thanos? She's like, oh, you heard about that? He's like, dude, everybody knows about that. And then he's all like, what about Deadpool? And then she goes on this, like, she's like, oh, Deadpool's just, like, some stuff I like on the side or whatever. He's nothing really important to me. I'm like, damn, dude. Like, but she's like saying she's like in this human form or whatever, and she's like just like really just calm about it, and not like she's not making any snarks or anything. Like she's just not like, oh yeah, he's just whatever. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, weird.
So like, oh man, there's a really cool character dynamic with the what's going on with Ben Reilly's soul. Like whatever, like dude, if you die one more time and get brought back, you're just gonna go into complete madness. Because apparently he just keeps dying and getting brought back to life from either science or whatever MacGuffin brings him back to life, and so they're just telling him, yeah, if you die one more time and get brought back, dude, you're just gonna be Ben Reilly is a clone of Peter Parker. He's the first clone of Peter Parker. He gets his name from Uncle Ben and Aunt May Riley,
Right, okay.
and
He's died so many times.
he's died all these times and then gets brought back or whatever from just what I don't know all the time he died. I just know he was super huge in the 90s during the Clone Wars and stuff, and then now he's got this new book out and it's awesome, dude. It reads like a 90s book. You're like, whoa, dude, this shit is. He even does this stupid bullshit like to be continued in fucking Doctor Strange #2. I'm like, what the fuck?
Interesting.
But then I bought Doctor Strange #2, and there's fucking 2 pages that are related to what's to be continued in.
Troll by Dr. Strange.
It's like, fuck you, but now I want to keep reading these damnation books.
Yeah.
You beat me again, Marvel. You beat me again with this fucking movie too. Like, I have high hopes going into a Marvel movie every time now. Like, ever since I think the first Avengers, I've had high hopes every time going into a Marvel movie. When they did the first Captain America movie, and it completely knocked my socks off, and it was almost exactly like a Captain America movie script story that I was planning.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, dude, you can do. They had the whole train scene. I had that whole shit pictured in my head. I had bringing in the Howling Commandos, which they did in the movie. Yeah. I was like, dude, they did all the cool stuff that I wanted to see in the movie, and they brought it into the movie. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And I don't even like Captain America.
No, yeah.
I did buy Captain America 700. That's just one of the books you buy if you're a comic collector. If you're just collecting. I bought that when it came out, just like I bought fucking Superman or Action 1000. I don't buy or collect Superman, but I fucking bought Superman fucking Action 1000 because it's the fucking 1000th fucking issue of Action Comics.
Yeah.
That's just something you buy or whatever. And it was Brian Michael Bendis, the creator of the Marvel Ultimate Universe, writing for it. So I was like, all right, dude, I'll check it out. I haven't read it yet. It's in my to-read pile, but
We'll get there.
I'll get there. I did read Infinity Gauntlet way back in the day. A friend of mine loaned it to me. I still have it because I don't know how I still have it, but it suffered some water damage and the cover doesn't exist on it anymore. But you can still read it. I might go home and read it tonight. Maybe not. I don't know. I still gotta watch.
Remember how when we first got the trailers and everyone was making fun of Thanos because he looked like dude from Pawn Stars?
He still did look like dude from Pawn Stars throughout the whole movie.
The whole movie, but no one gave a fuck.
He looked like
the movie was so good.
He looked like Bruce Willis mixed with dude from Pawn Stars, and it sounds like Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Who's also playing the motherfucking Cable in Deadpool 2.
Yeah, he's got too many roles, bro. He's done. I hate that so much.
No, dude, you gotta be a bad motherfucker to play two bad motherfuckers, dude.
I mean, you do, but at the same time, it's come on, bro. You don't need all the roles. Come on. There's plenty of actors.
In that beginning scene when he's dragging Thor and stuff around, when he's picks him up by the chest and he's dragging him, that CGI was kind of bad, but
in the beginning?
In the very beginning, but it is completely fucking thrown away when you see the rest of the movie. Thanos is so fucking huge. He's handing you something that fits in his fingertips, and then it fits in your palm of your
Palm
hand.
of your hand, yeah. He's just as big as the Hulk.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, when him and Hulk were fighting in the first
They were
scene, they were toe to toe. They were
yeah.
evenly met. Like no, Thanos was fucking whooping his
Thanos
ass,
was-
but they were
mean,
the same size.
Yeah.
But Thanos was using that Power Stone, I think, dude. Like I think it was easy for him to just take on the fucking Nova Corps to get the Power Stone. Because they didn't show any of that in the movie, but they referenced it. It was all like, yeah, he just took on the whole fucking Nova Corps and got the Power Stone.
Yeah.
and then he instantly gets the Tesseract. Oh my god, dude! Like, I give that movie a fucking solid 9 out of 10. I don't know if I can give anything a perfect 10 out of 10. I give that motherfucking movie a 9 out of 10. I think it was completely solid.
Yeah, I definitely give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah?
Jeannie gave it an 8.
She already saw it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She saw it yesterday.
Nice. I think that's going to conclude it for this film review. I know lately these Timone shows have been going on for like 4 hours and stuff. Like, there's really not that much to talk about for a 2.5 hour movie. We got all, like, we told you almost everything that happens. It's completely out of order. It's great. We're definitely seeing it again. And I know we're going to talk about it some more on, or I know that we talked about it on last week's, listen, On the Road's going to be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
On the Road's going to come out a couple days before this episode, so like I know there's going to be, Nasser and I are going to say some stuff about it. But that show isn't as long as this, and we talk about other things. And this is strictly Infinity War, besides the few off-topic stuff we did. Oh my god, dude. Make sure to like and subscribe, and tell your friends to go see the movie if they haven't yet. Go see it with them. Buy their ticket. You know, like, man, I want, like, Black Panther made $1 billion plus. I see this movie making $3 billion. How do you feel about that?
It's already broke. It already broke.
It already broke what?
The
Black Panther?
no. What is it called? DC. Justice League.
Justice League broke Justice League.
Well, no. In 2 days, 2 days of this movie. Apparently, Infinity War broke Justice League's entire run in 2 days. So, I don't know how much more money it's gonna make.
So Black Panther made $1 billion plus. I see this movie making $3 billion though. Like, that's all I'm saying. I see this movie making an easy $3 bill. That's hard. That's a hard sentence to say. An easy $3 bill.
Yeah.
Are you doing research? No, I thought you were doing research. All right, yeah. Tune in next week. I think we're gonna be doing the part 2 of the Dragon Ball versus One Piece. And then after that, I think I'm gonna just be doing a lot more versus episodes for a while. Like with Pokemon versus Digimon. Do a lot of the shonen stuff like Naruto versus Bleach. Whatever. If you're interested in seeing any of that stuff, or you have some ideas for another topic, at the end of the season for CW verse 2, we're gonna have a big long episode about the CW verse finales. We already did the Black Lightning and Legends of Tomorrow. You can check that one out. I can put a link into that description below. Just like and subscribe. Check us out. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. I gotta go. Comment, do all that stuff. Tell all your friends and family. And we will see you next week.